Hey, what's up, guys? We are ready to talk some football. Had a blast with Sunday Night Football. Looking forward to Monday Night Football, even though this matchup is going to be, you know, it's not looking good for the Cowboys. but, but,
I agree.
yeah, it's just tough without Dak. But let's see. I mean, like, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be an entertaining game. I'm really excited to get into this, and there's still value to be had. And at least we know a little bit how to approach this narrative for this game. So we have 4 picks for you. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. As always, drop us a comment if you have a question about any plays, and we will try to break it down for you in the comment section and help you figure out some plays if you have any questions. And then if you don't mind, like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. And yeah, you guys have been killing it. We appreciate you so much. Let's talk about the promos. So we're still running the promo with Parlay Play. If you haven't signed up for Parlay Play yet, use code BACKDOOR, and they're going to give you a 100% deposit match up to $100 plus a $5 promo slip. And then on top of that, we're going to give you 30 days in our premium Discord for signing up with Parlay Play. You just got to use that code BACKDOOR. If you don't use the code, it won't unlock the Discord. But if you want to take advantage of that, email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. And we just need your Discord username, your Parlay Play username, and then every day Parlay Play sends us a list in the morning with all of the usernames and people who use the code. So takes no longer than 24 hours to confirm most of the time. And then we're also partnered with Underdog. So if you have not signed up for Underdog yet, same thing, code BACKDOOR will get you up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. And Underdog's been killing it lately. I've been having a blast making YOLO slips on there with all of these boosts that they're giving the community in the Pick'em lobby. The Discord add-on is just for Parlay Play right now. That's just a deal that we worked out with them specifically. So let's talk about these plays. I'm going to be taking John Mechie over 17.5 receiving yards on Parlay Play and Underdog. And on Prize Picks, we're getting it at 16.5. I like both of these. The 1 point bump doesn't scare me. And then I'm going with Brandon Aubrey over 1.5 field goals, taking that on all 3 platforms. What are you liking tonight, Jordy?
Yeah, so I'm going to be going with Nico Collins for over 26.5 on the longest reception. So he just needs to have a reception where he goes for 27 yards, basically. And then I like Jalen Tolbert for over 5.5 fantasy score, getting this on all 3 platforms as well. Except on Underdog, I'm actually going to take... they don't have Tolbert's fantasy score line, so I'm actually taking CD Lamb's longest reception over 19.5 as well. So,
all right. Well, let's start breaking it down. I'll start with John Mechie here. This is an EV plus play. Actually, no, the receptions are an EV plus play. It does look good. I just couldn't find it on many platforms. So if you find that 1.5 receptions, I love that. Let me check Underdog real quick. Yeah, it's blocked out. That's a good one. 2 catches. Looks like Aubrey is moving too. Let me just refresh this to see if I gotta if we got ourselves into trouble here. So we still got Mechie. Aubrey, you taking it away already? No, it's still there. Let's check on. Yeah, they do have the receptions. You know what? I'm gonna pivot to the receptions. Man, this is tough. Here I go again. You know what? Let's stick with the receiving yards because he could do that on 1 catch. And if he gets the 2 receptions, I'm pretty sure he's going to hit that. But man, whatever one you're more comfortable with, because I like both of those a lot. But yeah, it is a EV plus play. We do have Nico Collins back. Is that confirmed? He should be back, right? Okay, cool. That's what we thought last week. And then it was last minute. Let's look at the injury report for the Cowboys. CD Lamb, still questionable. Everything right now is pointing for him to play. All right. But as far as the receiving yards for Mechie, yeah, on those 5 catches, he went for 74 yards against Detroit. This is a much more difficult matchup, and we have Nico Collins back. I mean, the matchup's actually, I was confusing myself here. Yeah, I was thinking of the actual Texans matchup as far as like their defense. Yeah, because the Texans defense is tough. But the Cowboys, yeah, 18th in receiving yards allowed. Here's the thing. I think Mechie has just won that wide receiver 3 role until Stephon Diggs is healthy. He looked great. He actually got, heavily targeted, 5 receptions last game without Nico in the mix. And so I think that he's just good for 2 catches for at least, 18, 20 yards at least. On the receiving yards, let's see, averaging 10.2 yards per reception on the year. So, and then he averaged 14.8 in that last game. But I think that he's winning over the confidence with the Texans. The Texans O-line looked much better with the changes they made last year. So CJ Stroud had more time in the pocket. He wasn't on the run every time he was throwing the ball. So he was able to just really like spread the ball out nicely. So I think that Nico's going to get his, Tank Dell's going to get his, but I think Mechie's going to get some looks tonight too. And the matchup is not scary. So I like the receiving yards. That's what I'm going to stick with. Because I think we're good for that 18 receiving yards if he hits those 2 receptions. But whatever one you like, those both look really good. If we take a look at the optimizer here, my bad. Let me pull it up real quick. Actually, I'll just do it on this same one. I'll pull up Aubrey in a second. Mechie. They like the receiving yards. This is on Prize Picks, so there's not as much to choose from. The longest reception they like as well, but the receiving yards they like the best, especially at 16.5. They have it at 50.9% odds to hit the over -121. Man, FanDuel has it all the way down at 14.5. That's juicy. But yeah, they like the longest reception at 12.5 to go over too. So if he gets 2 catches, we're definitely going to cash that if one of those is for 13. That's what my gut's telling me. So I'm feeling good about that play. And then Brandon Aubrey, I like him to get this done. I don't really like the fantasy score. I don't really like the kicking points. I mean, they're solid if this goes away and you still won it, but just the 2 field goals, I like him to get that done. He was able to still get it done against Philly. That was the only points the Cowboys scored. We're playing in Dallas, indoors, so good kicking conditions. This dude's probably the best kicker in the league. And so I like the Texans defense to be able to stop them from getting too far up the field. But I think that if they're even within striking distance for Aubrey and we're hit with a 4th down, I think that they're going to just take the points, take what they can get. And especially in the first half, I think that he'll be a lot more active in the first half. If this game gets too out of reach in the second half, we're a little concerned if they're even going for field goals at that point. But yeah, I feel good about him getting this done. He's done it 8 out of the 10 games played this year so far. And again, last week against Philly, even without Dak and, same situation, they should be a little bit better this week. But yeah, I like him to get that done tonight. Let's take a look at the optimizer. Back for Aubrey. Okay, so they're only showing the kicking points and they don't like that. Did this turn into a goblin? Oh, so it went away on Prize Picks. No, there it is. Cool. I mean, let's take it. Looks like they're thinking about taking it away. So I would lock this in. But if you guys want to check out this not the optimizer, the outlier platform, it's awesome. You can look into any type of statistics you want, including removing players out of the equation. If you know someone's out, you can take them out of the equation and it'll show you all their stats for any given category you want. You can go, to the previous year. You can look at the head-to-head matchup, first quarter, second quarter, everything. So you can cover matchups, injury reports, and insights about the players. And they're going to just let you try it out free for 7 days. Just go through the link in the description of the video. Yeah, that'll cover it. All right, Jordy.
All right. Yeah. I love that Brandon Aubrey play. He's the only guy that can score on our entire offense. So that's a great play. So yeah, Nico Collins for over 26.5, longest reception. I like this play a lot. This year, he's gone over every single game and he missed it by 0.5 against Jacksonville. he's just been such a deep threat this year. That last game he played this year against Buffalo, he went for a 67-yard reception, walked up the tunnel, and never came back because he tore his hamstring on that play. So, hopefully his hamstring's doing good. I think it is. I mean, last week they said he was good to go, but they wanted to just give him one more week because he was dealing with a little bit of soreness and there was some swelling around it still, and now he's completely cleared. So they say he's been feeling 100%. So that's what I want to hear. I think if he is feeling 100%, I think it hits us no problem. Dallas, unfortunately, has been horrible in all aspects of defense. Receiving yards to wide receivers, they're 18th. So, I mean, if you like his full receiving yards at, I don't know what PrizePicks has it at, 74.5. I mean, that looks good too. If we could bump this up to 74.5 here, you can see he still hit that in every single game this year. I don't know. We'll just see. But I like the longest reception. I think he can at least get that done for us. Yards after catch. He's been getting about 39 yards after catch per game. So that's what we want to see when it comes to him getting the longest reception and running with it. I think he could do this multiple ways. I think he could get a long catch down the sideline like he always does and get it done, or he could catch it and just break off a big run. So there's multiple ways for him to get this done, but I think we're pretty safe with this one here. I feel really good about this, so gonna be taking this one over. If we look at daily grind for this one, they like it to go over as well at a -119, and his receiving yards are sitting at the exact same. So if you like that, go for it. His receptions do scare me also. They have it juiced under at 5.5. I could see him going for like 4 or 5 receptions tonight. I don't think they're gonna get him in that range where he's just going nuclear again. Maybe he does right off the bat, and maybe we see him get 12 receptions tonight. I mean, we've seen him do that before, where they just force feed him targets the whole game. Maybe that is the case. Stroud has definitely been missing him, so I think if that's the case, though, I think he hits the longest reception anyway. So I feel good about this one regardless of the narrative. But I'm staying away from the receptions for sure tonight, just because I have no idea. I really don't. So my next play is going to be Jalen Tolbert for over 5.5 fantasy score. This is wicked low. He's gone over this in 6 out of 9 games. The 3 games he's missed it, he's just barely missed it in 2 of these. He missed it by literally 0.1 against the Giants, and he missed it by about 1.1 against Philly last week. But that was we got blown out in that game. He should have hit it in that game because we were forcing targets all over the place, but Philly's defense just strapped us up like everyone else has been doing this year. So I think Cooper Rush is going to play better tonight. I think the cobwebs will be gone a little bit, and I think he'll kind of get it rolling, but I don't think he's gonna be our saving grace or anything. I just think he's gonna be a facilitator. I could see him throwing a lot tonight. I think we're going to get down again, so I think he's going to start throwing the ball, and I think Jalen Tolbert can easily get over this 5.5 line. This is a guy who's really dangerous in the red zone as well, so he's good at scoring the ball, but he's also really good after the catch as well. So if we look at the matchup here, let's see, receiving yards, 17th in receiving yards to wide receivers, giving up about 17, or they're 17th, and they're giving up 146 a game. So it's a little bit of a tough matchup. Receptions, they're 12th, giving up 11.4 receptions per game. So there's plenty of wiggle room for him to get this done. So I do like this to go over the fantasy score. I think he can cash this in like 2 catches, honestly. So we'll see, but that's how I'm feeling. This is his top play to go over as well. It's a 51.6% chance. It's a 106, so they always have weird odds for the fantasy scores, but that's just because they're finding discrepancies everywhere and trying to give you the best, most accurate narrative behind it. But I feel good about it. CeeDee Lamb's banged up, so I think Tolbert's going to step up in a big way tonight. That's the narrative I'm building for my Cowboys, who do not look good this year. One thing that we do have going for us is Will Anderson is out tonight. That helps a lot. Will Anderson is a monster, and if Will Anderson is playing, I'd be taking his sack prop over for sure, because Cooper Rush holds onto the ball too long. So I'm going to be taking this over for the 5.5 fantasy score. That's going to do it for my picks. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grinds, you see I just typed in Nico here, and it'll give me all Nico's top plays. Or if you just want to take that away and look at all the top plays on the board for the NFL, they'll put them right here at the top. Cooper Rush pass attempts are juiced heavily under. I'm going to stay away from this. because I could see him throwing the ball 40 times if we get down. I think he's just going to be more comfortable in the system, and I could see him throwing a lot tonight. So I don't want to take that. But Brandon Aubrey sitting right at the top. Russo's play looks great. I love that play at -133. So that's the awesome thing about the optimizers. It helps you find the best value, and it helps you just vet your plays. Sometimes we'll look at a play and be like, oh man, this looks good. And you go over to daily grind, it's like, oh, this is already a -133. So it helps you vet your plays too. So it's really cool. If you guys want to check it out, use the link in the description below, and they'll give you 25% off your first purchase. So whether or not you want to lock that in for a couple months or a year long, they'll give you 25% off whatever you decide to go with for your first purchase. And just use code BACKDOOR at checkout for that deal. And then that's dgfantasy.com. And then if you guys want to check out Chalkboard, definitely gonna be playing some of that tonight, with there being multiple games on the NBA and one game for the NFL. I think they're already running like 10 specials for today. So if you guys want to go check them out and try to match some of these plays with other awesome specials they have, go over there and use code BACKDOOR at checkout, and they'll give you 100% match up to $100. And yeah, they're a really fun platform to play as well. They got a ton of alt lines. They let you bet as low as $1 or play DFS as low as $1. And it's a lot of fun over there. So definitely go check them out. And that's going to cover it all for me today.
All right. Well, a little bit of an update too. They just turned the Brandon Aubrey field goal into a goblin. But I'm going to still take it. I put that into a 6-man, and I'm still getting 23x on the 6-man, so it's not really going down too much. But yeah, we usually don't try to take goblins, but they literally just turned it into one, so I'm just going to keep that as my pick. Makes me feel more confident about it, but still, come on, Prize Picks. You think that's worthy of goblin, like without Dak? Come on. So anyways, if you guys want to, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. If you guys want to come check out our Discord, you really should. I don't know if anyone's told you lately, but you got to come check this out. Like, we have a lot of fun in here. We work together as a community. We build out plays together. Really excited to get into some NFL tonight with the fam, and build out some second half slips, which is my favorite thing to do with the community. And the chat is always just popping off during game time. We cashed this 6-man last night. Built this like probably like an hour before the game, and then built out some second half slips as well. But yeah, we had a really good time. I see Guru used 5 of my plays, cashed, and did not shout me out. What are you doing, bro? I deserve a shout out. No, but yeah, if you guys want to come join us, you can take advantage of the parlay play promotion that we're running, and you'll get 30 days in the Discord. If you don't want to go that route, you can just go through Patreon and just sign up there. That manages our subscriptions. Then you go into settings on Patreon. There's a connected apps option in the menu bar. You'll be able to log right in. If you do that, make sure you hop in the community chat. Let us know you're new so we can welcome you and show you around. Make sure you understand how to get the most out of the Discord. And if you want to follow us on our socials, we're just at BackdoorFS on TikTok, Instagram, and X. And then me, Jordy, and Moose, our other analysts, all of our handles are in the description of the video too. If you want to follow us, come say hey, talk about some slips, whatever, we'll get to chatting online. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video and drop us a comment if you have any questions about props. Enjoy this slate. We'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.